Well, good Saturday morning, everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland, Michigan. Pardon my reach there, but we're having a couple of technical difficulties this morning. It's a piece of equipment that wasn't working quite right, so had to kind of make do here. So that means I'm going to be reaching up and around here to get to the computer from time to time. So, well, I'd like to say it's a beautiful morning, but if you like snow, it's a beautiful morning. I happen to like snow, so it's a beautiful morning. But man, did we got a good batch. Nothing terrible, nothing unmanageable here in the Midland area this week, Wednesday into Thursday. Nothing like they got a little to the south of us down along the southern side of Michigan. They really got hammered with some ice and such. So not too pleasant down there, but up here, not so bad. Up north, they got some more too. So we're right in that little area here where things were doing okay with us. But this morning, another inch of snow or so last night. So the roads this morning, not the best. They're still actually here in the city of Midland. They're doing a good job clearing the roads, but there was just, I think, the right consistency of snow on Wednesday and Thursday to kind of make things difficult here. So some of the side streets in and around the store, especially here, but in Midland, they still got some snow in the intersections. The city's been working really well to get that cleared up, and they'll continue to do so. But now we've got another inch or so from last night, kind of just topping things off a little bit. So if you're out and about today, just be careful, please. We like to have you around for all sorts of record spinning and friendly purposes. Quick hellos this morning as I reach up here. Sunny and cold in Toledo. Betty saying good morning. Thanks for being here. Chuck as well saying good morning. And Jeff, happy Saturday to you. Thank you, sir. Good morning to you. Andrew is saying hi and good morning as well. And Pat rubbing it in. He is in the middle of the ocean, a sunny ocean, and not an ocean of vinyl like we are here. But I hope you're having fun there, Pat. Thanks for joining us from out there. You're taking time out of that little sunny vacay to say hey. And Gary saying good morning as well. Thank you for being here, sir. All right. So Friday, yesterday, we had a really neat drop go in on the vintage vinyl side and a few new releases. The new releases, we didn't get some of our Gorillaz releases, and so we ran out of those fairly quickly yesterday. I've got a few more on the way for next week if you're looking for the new Gorillaz album, especially the indie exclusive. But they're not many that I've got coming, and there's already at least one spoken for, maybe two. So I will do my best to get a hold of some more if you're looking for that one. But I think the indie exclusive colored vinyl version may be a little bit on the back order side. So we'll keep an eye on that and try to get that. What we did get yesterday, though, and I'm kind of happy on this one, and the new vinyl reissue side, was this reissue of the Cult's Love on red vinyl. Now, this was released on red vinyl, I think, last year in Europe, and this may just be a repress of that, as this is not in Discogs yet. And I did crack one open. It's a nice, pretty vinyl, by the way. So I'll try to get that onto Discogs today if this one isn't in yet. But great album from the Cult. Some real cool rock from the 80s, college radio, alternative-esque stuff in through here. But this has got their big stuff on it with She Sells Sanctuary, Rain, and Revolution. So I've been spinning a copy of that because I had a copy, of course, way back when. But what'd you know, I let that one go. So we've got, I think, two of those left. And the red vinyl version is kind of out of stock as well. But black vinyl we can get. One copy from Music on Vinyl of The Dictators. Speaking of great rock from that era. This is kind of a cool one. One of 750 pressed by Music on Vinyl on translucent red, 180 gram. And these are numbered. So for whatever reason, we got the luck of the draw this time on the Music on Vinyls. And out of 750, this one is number 44. So very cool. Only one copy of that. When that's gone, that's gone. We're not going to be able to get more of those. Very cool reissue also, an anniversary one on 180 gram vinyl. I believe it's on black vinyl from Booker T and the MGs. A little bit of green onions went well in my omelet this morning. Thank you also. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The real ones, not this. So some fun stuff from Booker T and the MGs. Some cool soul from there as well. Now, there was a couple of folks. I'll get to the Record Store Day stuff here in a second. But in the Record Store Day thread on our Facebook page, which is acting as the wish list thread, we had somebody chime in and ask for a 21 Pilots Vessel on silver vinyl. I'll drop them a note, but we did get one of those in. on the reissue side, a restock, as well as the copy of Blurry Face. I know folks are always looking for those. Speaking of hard to find reissues, but represses, but finally back in stock, and I've got 2 copies of this, is Billy String's Home. This Grammy Award winner from the west side of Michigan. Great bluegrass album. I think I'm going to spin my copy of this later today, which is the reason I got a couple more. No, I actually got these because you folks dig them too. So we've got 2 copies of that, and I think that's already back on back order again. So we will do what we can to keep getting those in, but it's always very, very neat. So, okay, let's see. Pat chiming in saying that a Radio Wasteland logo would look good on the hoodie. Yeah, I've got my snow plowing hoodie on here, snow shoveling this morning. Okay, we'll think about that just in time for summer, probably is when we'll get to them. So, and Denny saying happy Saturday from Alma. Denny, thank you for being here as well. I agree, Pat. Maybe someday we'll try to get a little logo hoodie going there, and we'll work on that. Okay, speaking of Record Store Day wish lists, our cutoff for the orders is coming up very, very quickly, and I'm trying to remember the date that I put on that on the thread on Facebook where we had asked for your wish lists. So that is technically the orders are going to go in Sunday night, Monday morning, but Monday morning probably. So this Sunday evening, tomorrow evening, is kind of your deadline to let us know what you'd like to try, what you'd like us to try to get. Now, we have been having quite a few folks popping in new to the store, new to vinyl in general, in the past few days. I think Friday everybody was cooped up too much, so we got hit pretty hard yesterday, which is good. Great to see all these folks coming in. But there were some that weren't even aware of what Record Store Day is, and so we're trying to spread the word on that as well and get that out. But just in case you're new and in case you're not familiar with how this works, the Record Store Day releases, which the full list, by the way, can be found at recordstoreday.com, or you can see my really brief run through and highlight of that further back on our YouTube channel. That is just the releases that are coming out. We can request all we want. We're not going to get everything that we want or everything that we request. And per the rules of Record Store Day, we cannot hold them for you. We cannot reserve. We cannot pre-sell. I cannot pre-order those for you. It's up to you to get here once we get those in. So just a quick reminder again, the night before Record Store Day, that is, by the way, oh, you know what? I can do this here. Let me call that up. On Saturday, April 22nd is Record Store Day. We'll open up at 8 a.m. that morning per normal on our RSD days. But the night before at 6 p.m., that Friday night, we will do our special live broadcast. It'll be on Facebook. It'll be on YouTube. And yes, we're using Twitter now again. So it'll be live on our Twitter as well, which this is now, by the way. So we'll do our live run through of everything that we managed to get into the store for Record Store Day Saturday. So that is your best bet to see what there is and make your determination when and if you're going to stand in line either early in the mornings on Saturday or in some cases, some people on Friday evening to get the stuff that we put out on Record Store Day. But again, if you're new to Record Store Day, head over to recordstoreday.com or head to our website, radiowastelandrecords.com, or go to our YouTube channel and you'll see kind of this coverage of this event and the full list on multiple places there. And as we get closer, we're going to do a little bit more to delve into that list, including this is a real cool new announcement here just to you guys. We're not complete on this yet and when it's going to happen, but I didn't see him pop on. Let me hop on here real quick and see. Nope. Well, here's the short of it. Mr. Steve Carlson, you guys know him, you love him, from the vinyl community on YouTube, and I are going to be doing a podcast together. So I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to work out some more of the details and start recording this probably tomorrow. And then we'll pass along some updates as far as when it's going to happen. But a true back to my roots audio podcast, different from our YouTube channel and such. But pay attention, stay tuned for some more info on that as well. And I think Record Store Day may be one of those topics that pop in. A couple other hellos. Joe H. No, not yet. It's Michigan. So it could happen next week or it could happen in May. That's how we roll here. Dan is saying good morning. Good morning to you too as well. And Kevin, no stress, saying I thought I wanted the RSD. John Lennon found out the price. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is we'll start covering some of the asking prices on some of these releases as we get a little more in depth on this. Yeah, it's a hefty box with a hefty price. Some of those they get up there, and the price of vinyl, it's been a kind of a touchy subject of late as well. Okay, so stay tuned to our channels, our Facebook, our YouTube, for more information on Record Store Day and Record Store Day proper as we get closer. Please, if you're, I got one more thing to cover, so don't go away. But make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Things are going well on that. Just click that subscribe button, click the like, click the comment button on YouTube. That helps, I guess, with the algorithm. Make sure that you are doing all the things that the algorithm wants you to do, so that once AI takes over, you're going to be friendly with it. Okay. In yesterday's vintage vinyl drop, we had something that we don't normally get in here in the store, and there's just a few of them. Not a lot of demand for these, but I have had people come in and ask, and that is for contemporary Christian music. Not so much contemporary, but how about rock and roll Christian music? I've got a lot of older 60s, 50s Christian music in the dollar room, some Michigan stuff here behind me in the Michigan section, but the more rockish, more contemporary Christian music is usually a little few and far between. But we did put out several yesterday that we got in here in the store. A few of these I'm kind of familiar because I looked them up, but not calling here, is one from the Altar Boys. It's called When You're a Rebel. So they look kind of like a punk band almost, but if need be, we can throw that on. Here's one from Eternity Express called The Way Out. These folks look like a great 80s synth pop band, but with song titles like Wait on the Lord, Feel Like I've Never Been Loved, I Surrender, Open Your Heart, and All You Need. But again, we'll listen to that if we need to, but I think that's going to be straight up rock. One from Adrian Snell called the Feed the Hungry Heart, and not quite certain what kind, but this looks to be a little folksy. A sealed copy of The Revelation, and I'm not sure if that's the name of the group, produced by Terry Scott Taylor. Your guess is as good as mine, but I'm going to hope that's rock and roll. Looks like a heavy metal cover. And then a sealed one from Wilson McKinney called Heaven's Gonna Be a Blast. So these guys look kind of like an indie rock band as well. But so not often we get it, but once in a while we do find some of these. If you are into that and you want to pick up some neat, high quality Christian rock and roll, more contemporary Christian, come on down and grab those and let us know. So, okay. I think there was a couple of others. Nope, just Rick saying hi. Not that it's just Rick saying hi, but hey, Rick from Grand Rapids over there. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I know you got pelted with the snow Wednesday and Thursday there as well. Okay, I am going to say goodbye for now and get our turntable spinning, the lava lamps going, the lights turned on, and more salt out on the walks. I may have to shovel again yet this morning, but I do thank you guys for being here. Please don't forget to stay subscribed, or subscribe if you're not yet, to our YouTube channel. And as always, like, comment, do all that great stuff that you do. Stay tuned. Later on this afternoon, we'll have our new release show coming up for the releases coming up next Friday into March. Holy cow, it's March already. Can you believe that? And more information forthcoming on said podcast with Steve Carlson. So we'll get that info out as we get a little closer to the rollout of all of that stuff. So you guys have a great one. Stay safe on the roads out there, please. We want you around. What did I say the other day? I'd rather have you spinning records than spinning your tires in the snow. So take care out there. And if you're stopping by, come see us. We'll be here till 6 o'clock today, Saturday, and from 12 noon until 5 p.m. tomorrow, Sunday. So you guys have a great weekend, and we will talk to you next time from Radio Wasteland Records. Thanks.